What's up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great day, and thank you for tuning into a new episode of the Sports Raid. Before we get started, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of our sponsors, BLK Water. BLK Water is a fulvic mineral water with a great amount of electrolytes, antioxidants, a high pH plus level, and is all natural. It comes in amazing different flavors and has amazing health benefits. So if you want black water and amazing flavors, just go over to blkwater.com and use code BLKRAID for 20% off any purchase. Thank you guys and enjoy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 20th episode of the Sports Raid. I am the host, Cole Thompson, here with another podcast. This one's going to be a fun one. I got a guest coming on. His name's KjMcCoy. If you don't know him, he's an Eagles TikTok creator. He's about 8,000 followers. Nice dude, great dude, very knowledgeable. We're going to talk about the playoffs, what's coming up this weekend. We're going to touch on the Eagles more than most teams. As you see, I got my custom Jalen Hurts jersey. I have my Jalen Hurts jersey coming in the mail. I don't know if it'll be here in time for the game, so I took my Wentz jersey and made a Jalen Hurts jersey out of it. Number one, I am excited. I cannot wait for this weekend. I cannot wait to talk about these games. It is going to be a great weekend of football, and we got some predictions. We got our Super Bowl predictions. We're going to go over every game this weekend. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great weekend. We're going to review a little bit what happened last week, as it was another wild week in the National Football League. But I'm now going to send it over to me and KJ to talk about that. All right, and we are here with KJ. KJ, how you doing today, man?
Pretty good. How about you, Cole?
I'm doing. Of course, I'm doing great. I'm excited for this weekend. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm pumped.
Let's get into the game. So, which game are you most interested in this weekend, other than the Eagles, obviously?
Ooh, other than the Eagles, honestly, I got the Eagles on the mind, man. To be honest,
Yeah.
If I had to, probably it'd be the Cowboys. If I just to see them lose, hopefully. So, go 49ers. But
Yeah,
I'd probably say their game if I could pick somebody. But honestly, I'm in the Eagles mode. You know me.
That's how I've been. I haven't really thought of much of the other games other than getting ready for this, trying to prepare for this podcast. So let's start talking about some of the games this weekend. We start off on Saturday. We have the Raiders and the Bengals. What are your thoughts on that game?
Ooh, I think that's going to be a tough game. I feel like, honestly, the Bengals have been surprising a lot of people. I mean, the progression they've had from last year being a very mediocre team, not having too many wins. Joe Burrow has really turned around this franchise, I feel like. Even just in the season, I feel like him. And with the addition of Jamar Chase, having LSU connection, those two, honestly, right now, they're gonna be going out full throttle in this game. It's not gonna be an easy game for them. I think Las Vegas is at home, right?
No, it's in Cincinnati.
Okay, it's Cincy. Okay, so that's gonna be even better for them. They've been pretty good at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I think Bengals fans, they deserve it. Hopefully they can get this win. The Raiders slipped in the playoffs. I mean, honestly, they could have been out. If they lost that game, they would be out. But, they're one of the teams that are going to be one of those teams that's going to be doubted out. But honestly, I think it could go either way. It really could. So you could see Burrow having a huge game, or you can have Derek Carr, who's been in the league for a good amount of time, who's got experience. He hasn't really been to this point, and I think, honestly, he could want to take this opportunity to help his team move on to the next point, and maybe we'll see what happens with them. But
yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting because the Raiders are kind of in that bottom threshold with like the Eagles and the Steelers of teams that nobody's giving a shot. I mean, you see people post about it. They post the top 10 teams and you never see the Eagles, Steelers, or Raiders. So I think they have a lot to prove, but it's going to be tough. I mean, Cincinnati, when they play their best, I mean, they beat the Chiefs. When they play their best, that offense is electric with Mixon, Burrow, Jamar Chase. I mean, I don't know if they're up there with one of the best offenses of the league when they're playing their best. Now, we've also seen the downside of them. We've seen like when they played the Browns for the first time, they got stomped 41-16. Right. So it all depends on what version of the Bengals we see. I expect to see the second half version this week and I am taking the Bengals over the Raiders. That would be my pick. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Raiders when they've been through a lot this year. I mean, from Gruden to Ruggs to Arnett. So somebody's always in trouble. And I think definitely Rich Bisaccia earned the right to be the head coach next year. I definitely think they'll maintain him. So, I mean, he was the first interim coach since in 60 years to make the playoffs.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. They said that on Sunday Night Football, I think. But so who do you have winning this game between the Bengals and the Raiders?
I'm going to go Bengals. I think, honestly, home field advantage is a key factor in the NFL. It really is. But also this year in the NFL has been very different. You've seen a lot of teams have upsets. A lot of just like teams have been winning some weird games. And I mean, even us, we've been winning some weird games as well. Um, but yeah, honestly, I see the Bengals winning this game. I see it being a close game, but if I had to pick a score, I'd probably go 35 Bengals, and then I would go 31 Raiders.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 27-24 Bengals over the Raiders. Like I said, I think the Raiders will keep it close. I mean, it's gonna. All they do is fight. That's how they got here. So I'm sure they'll hang around there. But I think the Bengals are fighting just as much for something. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals. So let's move on to the next game on Saturday, the night game. We have the Bills hosting the Patriots, an AFC East matchup. They split already this year. Both great games. What are your thoughts on this one?
Ooh, so I was talking to one of my friends who is a Patriots fan, and he thinks it's going to be tough though in Buffalo. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're getting snow, if anything, but it's going to be a cold game. I heard it's going to be like 11 degrees. It's going to be cold there.
Yeah,
maybe usually it's Buffalo, so you'll see all the Bills Mafia fans. They're going to be going insane over there, man. They're going to be going insane. If any franchise or fan base deserves a Super Bowl, honestly, I'm rooting for the Bills if the Eagles aren't in it, because honestly, that fan base, they deserve it. They really do. Losing 4 Super Bowls back in the day, I mean, in a row, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But those fans, they deserve it of any of the fans in general. And I think the Bills are going to want to get done. I mean, obviously, with the home crowd, I think Josh Allen's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to get this win for them. But yeah, the Patriots they're no joke. They're no joke. Mac Jones is a young version. He's no Tom Brady, obviously, but he is a young version for Bill Belichick as maybe a good replacement for Tom Brady, kind of like a new kind of recruit for him, I guess you could say. But you can already see he's got the mind of Mac Jones. I mean, the first day that Mac Jones got interviewed by the Patriots press and everything like that, you see that he's got the attitude that he usually has. But then you see a couple of weeks later, he's locked in, and he's like a robot, and he's just like, looks like he's controlled by Bill Belichick. He's sounding like Bill Belichick. So
yeah,
honestly, if he's got the same mindset, he could be honestly just like, all right, I'm gonna throw the open passes. I'm gonna try and find the receivers. He's got some decent receivers. I mean, he's got Jacoby Myers. He's got our old boy Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah.
I don't know how he'll do, but we'll see. But that's going to be a good game. I mean, it could go either ways. Same kind of thing as the Raiders and Bengals. But if I had to pick, I would probably go with the Bills. I see home field advantage. You can't lose this game. They split the series. I'm going Bills.
Yeah, for me, I mean, as a fan, I want to see the Bills win. As an Eagles fan, knowing there's 2 diehard fan bases, I would like to see the Bills win. But I think there's a different version of Bill Belichick in the playoffs. And I think Mac Jones is going to come out in the scuba suit like he did the last time in Buffalo. I think the thing for the Patriots is they're going to have to throw the ball more than 3 times. They're not going to be able to get away with that again, just running the ball. But they are going to have to establish a solid run game. And I think they do. I think there's something about Bill Belichick in the playoffs that he's going to get the job done. And I think the talent is close enough to where that the Patriots are going to be able to get the job done. So I do have the Patriots winning this one. Low scoring game. I think I had like 17-14 Patriots. Okay. I think Mac Jones, like I said this all season, Mac Jones is the perfect fit for the Patriots, and the Patriots are the perfect fit for Mac Jones.
Exactly.
He fits their system so well. He has a mindset where he doesn't need to go out there and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns a game to be happy. He's all about winning and getting the job done, even though he's not the focal point of the offense, which is something that's a thing you can't teach. And that's something like the Patriots always say, do your job. Mac Jones does his job. So people like to knock on Mac Jones because he's not an elite quarterback, and he's in his first year too. So I think Mac Jones he's in the same boat as Jalen Hurts for me, that those two, all they're going to do is get better throughout the time. So exactly. I think that they have a great first step this year, and I think they get a playoff win. I have them winning 17-14.
That's a good score. I think I'm going to go with the Bills though. I think the Bills will win 28, and then I'm going to say the Patriots keep it close. I think they'll win 28-25. That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah. I just think home field advantage for the Bills. They'll go the next round, and we'll see who they match up against. And we'll see if I'm pretty sure they'll keep the home field advantage. I mean, they'll pretty much have it if they keep on going.
Yeah.
because they're one of the higher seeds. So
Mhm.
I think, though, I feel like Josh Allen is not going to let those games that he let go this season in the playoffs. He's going to realize, and I think we remember who their coach is. I'm trying to think his name. Who's the coach
Sean
for?
McDermott.
Yeah, McDermott. He
Yeah.
coached for us for a little bit as well. I think he was our defensive coordinator at one
Mhm.
point under Andy Reid. So he's been at this point before in the playoffs. I mean, even with us, he's been this point, and I think his players are ready. I think his players are ready for the opportunity, and we just gotta wait for Sunday, man. I'm pumped, man, for all
Yeah.
the games, man. I'm
Yeah.
just pumped.
So I want to talk about the Eagles game, but since we're both Eagles fans and we're gonna have the most to talk about that game, I want to do that last. So we'll get to that game last.
That's fine.
We'll skip
Oh,
over
that's
that
fine,
one
man.
for now.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. Let's keep on going to all the games, man.
Let's
I'm
go.
cool.
Let's do a game that we also have a poll in, somebody we prefer to win by a lot, and that's the Cowboys game. We have the
Yes.
Cowboys hosting the 49ers, which I think might be the best game this week. It's going to be a great game. I like the matchup. So what are your thoughts on this one?
Ooh, this is gonna be. I honestly feel like the Niners are one of the teams that they honestly they got in and they slept in. Honestly, like us as well. I mean,
Mhm.
we're not a key playoff team in general if you think about it.
Yeah.
But we could surprise some people. But I don't see the 49ers though winning this game. I just don't see it. I would love to see them win. I would love to see Jimmy Garoppolo or whoever, or Trey Lance, whoever's playing. Just
I think it's Garoppolo this week.
It's Garoppolo. Okay,
Yeah.
Jimmy G. I would just love to see Jimmy G dominate on the Cowboys and stomp on them. But to be honest, though, I mean, the Cowboys fans, they can actually be hyped for this game because I think this is going to be their best chance of winning in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Because I think the second round when they play somebody, I don't know if we win this game against Tampa Bay, and I'm not saying we are yet, but I don't know. I think if whoever wins the Tampa and Philly game play Green Bay, right?
If we win, we'll play Green Bay. If the Bucks win, they'll play whoever else.
Okay, that's what I was
yeah.
trying to explain to some Cowboys fans because some Cowboys fans are confused and I've actually heard a bunch of Cowboys fans saying they're rooting for the Eagles this weekend because they think the Eagles will play the Cowboys.
Yeah, it recedes. It recedes after the first round. So if we win,
the Packers.
Yeah, they will play probably either the Bucks, the Rams, or the Cardinals will be who the Cowboys will play.
Right.
But so my thoughts on the game is, I mean, it's going to be, I like the matchup, Micah Parsons versus that offensive line. I mean, Micah Parsons has been one of the best defenders in the league this year and the clear-cut rookie of the year. And it's cool because Micah Parsons is from the same area I am. So it's cool to see him.
Yeah.
It was tough. It's tough, though, because I liked seeing him play in high school, cheered for him when he went to Penn State. So I'm a Penn State fan. And now he's on the Cowboys. So it's hard for me because part of me, like the hometown kid, cheered for him in college, wants to see him succeed. But at the same time, he plays for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I think the Cowboys, I mean, they're a lot better than I think people let on, including Eagles fans. Obviously, I'm going to try to give the Cowboys the least credit as I can. Yeah, but this is not one of those times. I got to get credit where credit's due. Dak Prescott's played pretty good this year. He hasn't met the expectations I feel like he was put on the beginning of the year, but he's played well. Zeke is honestly, looking back on Zeke's season, he's played a lot better than people have thought, and including me. I did not think Zeke had that great of a season. I look back on his numbers, 1,200 yards. I mean, that's solid. I mean, they have all the offensive weapons. I know they don't have Gallup, but I guess, it's going to be a tough matchup. Another one that can go either way, an absolute coin flip. It's going to be the game of the week. Yeah. But I'm also going to pick the Cowboys, unfortunately. 35-31. Got to give credit where credit's due.
Same.
I'm
going Cowboys as well.
Yeah.
I'm going Cowboys. I think I'm going to go Cowboys. I think it's going to be actually surprising. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm going to go 21 and I think I'll go 21-10. I think the 49ers are only going to be able to score one touchdown and then they'll score a field goal. I think it'll be 21-10. I think Cowboys win. Yeah. And I think you're going to see a great game. Pollard's playing, right? Is Pollard playing?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so.
I think you'll see a great game by Pollard. I think you'll see a great game by Zeke. They're gonna come in the clutch for them. As much as we say we hate them, I just think they're gonna win.
There's a difference between disliking a team and not giving them the credit that they deserve. And especially as somebody who wants to get into sports media, you have to appreciate what the Cowboys have done this year. I mean, they have been 11-6. They've won some tough games. So I am going to give them the credit. I do think that they will win this game.
Exactly. Yeah.
On to the next game, the Sunday night cap. Probably what I think is going to be the ugliest game of the week. And it sucks because as a Pennsylvania kid, I do want to see the Steelers succeed. But we got the Steelers and Chiefs. What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh, I mean, the Steelers, man, they really, I thought they were not going to make the playoffs at all.
Mhm.
And they are one of these surprising teams to make it in for sure. For sure, I thought the Ravens would be in here by now, but it is surprising. And we still see a certain, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but we still see a certain TikToker that won't let the loss go. He will not let this loss go. And he still thinks his team is in the playoffs, and he is delusional. And I'm not
Yeah.
even going to say his name. You know
Yeah.
who I'm talking about. But
I know. I've talked about him before. Man, there's something
Yeah.
about that guy. I don't think he's serious. I don't think he's actually serious. I think he does it for the views, which I mean, I respect it to a point.
Yeah.
But man,
Yeah.
he won't let it go. You're
That
right.
makes me want to pull my hair out, but
Yeah.
it pisses me off. But at the
Yep.
same time, though, I mean, he's making a living out of it.
Yeah. He's making good money.
For
So
him, good for him, man. But at the same time, though, I feel like the Chiefs are just they're gonna go all over them. They're gonna have to. There's no way. You're at Arrowhead. I know they've had an up and down season. There's no way that Patrick Mahomes is just going to give up on this game. There's just no way. And I know the Steelers have played the Chiefs before. I feel like they've played them many times, pretty much in Patrick Mahomes' career.
yeah.
And I don't know if the Steelers have even, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if the Steelers have even beaten the Chiefs as well.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, I don't think they have. I mean, the matchups that Patrick Mahomes has played when he's played against Roethlisberger and the Steelers, Roethlisberger's not won against the Chiefs exactly yet. I mean, I'm just talking about
with Pat Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, I think the Chiefs win this game by a complete score, a complete like total, just like what's it called? Dang, I'm trying to think. Yeah, they just totally they're gonna just stomp on them. I feel like it's gonna be a total blowout. I think it's gonna be like 41-17. It's gonna be 41-17, and I just think the Chiefs are a much better team. I think it's great. I think Steelers fans should be proud, especially since Ben Roethlisberger is pretty much in his last game, most likely. They should feel proud. They got in the playoffs. And honestly, if I was a Steelers fan, you know what? That's a great thing to be in the playoffs. Big Ben's last year. That's great for him, great for the organization. And because they're going to have some years right now, if they don't get a franchise quarterback next year, they're going to have some rebuilding years. And honestly, for me and you, we've never seen the Steelers ever have any sort of rebuilding.
Because they've always had Ben Roethlisberger, and Ben Roethlisberger is one of the all-time greats. Exactly. I will say this. I want to talk. It is the NFL. Any given Sunday, it's the playoffs, especially. Literally anything can happen. What I'm going to say for the Steelers, if they want to win this game, is their secondary needs to show up, and they need to realize you can't lock down both Kelsey and Hill. Take one out of the game. That's how the Chargers beat the Chiefs early this year. You're going to have to limit one and let the other one get what they're going to get. You're not going to be able to shut the Chiefs offense completely down.
Exactly.
Offensively, they're going to have to establish the run early and then hope that they can get receivers open in the second half. That's the only way they're going to win. That's the only shot I give the Steelers.
Yep. And the Chiefs defense is not good. It still isn't good.
Yeah, it had a good stretch this year, but it's been falling up. The Chiefs have been on a little bit of a downward spiral the last few weeks, but I still think the Chiefs are going to blow them out. I have 41-20. I think the Steelers start to score some points at the end just because they're going to put in their backups.
Very similar score for sure.
So like I said, I think the Steelers, I mean, like I said, any given Sunday, NFL, there is a way the Steelers can win this game, but
they can.
I'm going to look at it realistically. I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's more likely that the Chiefs will probably be in the Super Bowl for sure. I mean, I would be surprised if they kicked out like the first round. I think we would all be surprised, but you never know. We said this before. It's been a freaky NFL year.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah. You're right. Anything can happen. I mean, there was a few years ago when the Eagles, when they played the Saints, they got beat up by them in the regular season. I think they lost by like 38 and they went out there in the playoffs, and then the Alshon Jeffrey play happened. So
yeah, dude, we only lost by 7. Yeah. My teacher was at that game. He traveled all the way down to New Orleans. He's like, we're going to win that New Orleans game, and they get thumped, dude. That they got freaking manhandled.
And then they went in there and they hung around with them the second time. And I really thought they were going to beat them. I mean, if it was such a freaky drop too. It was an uncharacteristic play. It's something that wouldn't have happened most of the times, but it did happen. It wasn't meant to be.
And I think Eagles fans, though, they really focus on that and they don't realize how good of a player, and I want to put this out there, how good of a player Alshon Jeffrey was for the Eagles. Like just one drop, they make them think, everybody thinks, oh, he's Nelson Aguilar. Oh, he's trash. Here's the thing about Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey did what Terrell Owens pretty much did. He played with an injury in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But here's the thing with the difference with Alshon Jeffrey and Terrell Owens. Alshon Jeffrey helped the team win the Super Bowl against the Patriots. Terrell Owens didn't do that exactly. And I mean, I know it's not really his fault, but
yeah,
I mean, I think the credit due, you have to give the credit that is due. And I think Alshon Jeffrey does deserve some credit for that Super Bowl.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. That whole team does. That was an amazing team. That was an amazing year.
Yeah.
On to at least the first Monday Night Football playoff game of our lifetime. I don't know if it's the first one ever, but at least in our lifetime. We have the Cardinals traveling to the Rams, NFC West matchup. I'm excited for this one too. This is going to be another good one. What do you, any thoughts on this one?
That's going to be a really good one. I mean, both teams are, I mean, that division has been, I can't believe all three teams, the Niners, Rams, and Cardinals are in the playoffs, and the Seahawks aren't in it. I mean, it's crazy to think that.
Yeah, of all the teams, the last few years.
I got love for Seahawks fans. I got love for Seattle, but I still hear a bunch of Seahawks fans crying about it, and it's just I know how it is. It's one season that they've been great for so long, but here's what I see from this game. The Rams are a great team, and I think Matthew Stafford has really showed that in the right system, he can really like succeed. And I think with Sean McVay is a great coach. We've seen that in the past. He's I think he beat Doug Peterson as one of the coaches of the year one year.
Yeah, the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl, he got coach of the year.
He did. So he's a great coach, and he's really molded Matthew Stafford into this great quarterback, I feel like. And Cooper Kupp is just insane. I think Cooper Kupp is insane. I think he's super athletic, and he is just sky's the limit with him, man. Sky's the limit, and I think with a quarterback like Stafford, I mean, it's a great thing to see. And I see the Packers. I mean, not Packers. The Rams. My bad. I don't know why I was thinking Packers, but I see the Rams winning this game. But I mean, I'll tell you right now, though, the Cardinals. You don't want to mess with the Cardinals. Though. They're a great team as well. They've had some off games though. I feel like our boy Ertz is going to actually be having a good. I think he's going to be having a good game. I think they're going to be getting the ball to him. They'll be getting the ball to Hopkins is out.
No, he's coming back. He's coming back for the playoffs.
Oh, he's back.
I'll check real quick, but I know he was supposed to at one point.
Okay. All right.
Well, Hopkins.
If they have Hopkins, I mean, that'll help out a bunch. Even if they don't,
he's not playing.
He's not playing, but you got a great receiver in Christian Kirk, who I feel like is underrated.
Yep.
And
Rondell
honestly,
Moore has played well.
What's up?
Rondell Moore has played well this year too.
Rondell Moore. And you got a guy. I mean, also you got AJ Green. I mean, he's been I don't know, but you'll see. But Kyler Murray, I mean, he's got legs, man, for sure. And I mean, he'll be able to. I think he's gonna do great in the game. It's gonna be a very close game. I see the Rams taking this win, though. I see the Cardinals. Sadly, they're playing the wrong opponent. I feel like. I feel like the Cardinals, if they lose this game, they should have played somebody. I mean, I know the seeding's different, but if they played somebody else, say they played the Cowboys, I think they would have won. Because I mean, honestly, I mean Murray, he's beaten the Cowboys before as well this year.
Yeah, he's beaten them twice.
Yeah,
he beat them last year too.
Yeah, he beat them last year. So honestly, with the Cardinals, though, I don't see them beating the Rams. I feel like the Rams are just hot right now. The Rams are going to be one of the teams where if the Buccaneers aren't in it and they somehow lose to the Eagles, the Rams could be that number one team that everybody is like hoping they don't play against because they are dangerous. They're a dangerous team, and especially in the passing game. I just feel like that's where they're a big threat. And their defenses, with the addition of, I mean, Aaron Donald's insane, and then the addition of Von Miller is just almost not even fair. But and then you got Ramsey. Just the secondary they got is insane as well. So it's going to be honestly, in my opinion, that might be the game of the week. I know that honestly, in my opinion, that might be the game of the week because you got two great teams with two great young cores. I feel like. I mean, Matthew Stafford's not a young quarterback. Obviously, he's a veteran. He's been on mediocre franchise like the
Yeah.
Lions.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I really do believe Rams win. I think it's going to be. I'm gonna have to say it's going to be 35 to. I think it's be like 35 to 32. I think they're going to win by like a field goal.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be a close game. It might even go to overtime. I feel
Yeah.
like it might be an overtime game. I feel like just both teams are going to be just like they're going to be on, and they're just not going to let up on both sides of the ball. It's going to be insane. I'm excited to see what happens in that game for sure.
Yeah. Anybody who's listened to my podcast before knows how I feel about the Cardinals. You know that Kyler Murray is my favorite non-Eagles quarterback. You know I love Zach Ertz with my entire heart. I am going to be cheering for the Cardinals, especially if the Eagles lose on Sunday. I'm going to be cheering for the Cardinals a lot on Monday night.
Yeah.
But you also know that I think this Rams team might be the most complete football team I've ever seen in my entire life. They have an elite quarterback. They have a very, very good run game. They have receivers out the wazoo. The offensive line's phenomenal. They have the best corner and the best defensive player overall in the entire NFL. Then you factor that with still an elite level pass rusher in Von Miller. This team is something special. They are going to be very hard to beat. We've seen the Cardinals do it before. I think the Cardinals can. I think the Cardinals are going to have to make sure that they get that Kyler Murray does not face too much pressure. They have to help Kyler Murray out. That offensive line is going to be key, and they have to take some slack off of Kyler Murray with the run game, which they'll have James Conner back. Chase Edmonds, he's played well too. But I'm going to have to take the Rams as well. This Rams team, I feel like, is destined. Them and the Packers are the two teams I think are the most faced with the most destiny. Right. Now, sometimes destiny doesn't work out, but I'm going to take the Rams to win 34-31. But another one that could definitely go either way. I think there's only going to be one blowout this. I think the only blowout is going to be the Chiefs Steelers. And even that I think can be close. But I'm going to take the Rams. And I would like to see, obviously the Cardinals are going to be the team I'm cheering for if the Eagles get eliminated. I would love to see Zach Ertz win. I would love to see Kyler Murray win. But from a realistic standpoint, I can't bet against the Rams. They have a better coach. Their quarterbacks are about damn even, better running backs. Without DeAndre Hopkins, I'd say better receivers, O-line, defense, but they are better in almost all the categories. I got to take the Rams. I'm going to go 34-31.
I like that. That's a good score.
So now the game that I've been waiting to talk about, the one that has my heart through the roof, but also I am so excited for. I can't sleep. I'm so excited for this game. Eagles, 1:00 on Sunday, travel to Tampa Bay. KJ, take the floor. You can go first.
Oh, all right. The moment I've been waiting for. So this is going to be the game that I am so excited for this game. All the tension I have, as a content creator, I have seen, I've got all these different fans on my channel, and I appreciate all the fans for sure. Like all these different kind of NFL fans. Like I got Buccaneers, all these different kinds. But yeah, Buccaneers is one of them. And it is crazy, though, the emergence of Buccaneers fans out of nowhere. Because I can tell you one thing. Before Brady was there, I never saw a single Buccaneers logo in the state of Pennsylvania.
I knew one. There was one kid in my high school who I was friends with. His name was Trey. If he's listening to this, he was the only person, him and his brother, the only people I knew that were Bucs fans before Tom Brady got there.
Wow.
They were the only ones. From cool. The time we were in elementary school, he was repping the Bucs.
That is pretty cool.
So he's been through it. He's been through it. He deserves
for sure. Yeah,
he's one of those fans that deserves what they're getting. But continue.
Oh yeah. So I feel like honestly it's and I've been getting trash talks. Shout out to one of my followers. I'm not even gonna put her out there, but she's been talking a bunch of trash and everything like that. But it is what it is. But honestly, this game, I feel like when we played them, what was it, week 6 or week?
Yeah, week 6, I think.
Week 6. We played at home, and we were missing guys like Jordan Mailata. We were missing Lane Johnson. We were missing I think we were missing Darius Slay as well, right?
I think he got hurt halfway through the game. I think that was the game he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt halfway through the game. Halfway. I can't even speak. He got hurt. Halfway during the game. So, yeah, honestly, you add those guys in the game, it changes it. And they have lost a bunch of guys, the Buccaneers have. And I think people are overrating them as well. Antonio Brown had his temper tantrum he had. We all know that story and whatever. Yeah. I don't know. But he's not here. and he scored I think maybe he scored 2 touchdowns against us that game.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
They put up 28. Yeah. He scored 2 and then Leonard Fournette scored 2, I think.
Yep. So
And they don't have Leonard Fournette
might
either.
not even- he might not play either. He's questionable. I heard he might be limited. We'll see what happens. And also, I think they're missing one of their offensive linemen they had as well.
They're missing 2 of their offensive
They're
linemen.
missing 2. So, But here's the thing with Brady, though, where you cannot ever doubt him out. He knows how to work with what he has. He can make Scotty Miller look like the freaking best receiver. He made Danny Amendola, the guy who got cut by the Eagles years and years ago.
Yep.
A lot of people don't even notice. Look like a freaking Pro Bowler. And now he's doing nothing, I think, in Detroit or wherever the heck he is.
Houston now, I think.
Houston, wherever he's at.
Yeah.
But obviously it shows like what the impact Brady has. And you got to give credit where it's due, as we were saying before. He is the GOAT. But honestly, I think the Eagles defense is going to want to just put it down his throat this weekend. I think Nick Sirianni is ready. I think Jalen Hurts, I love the confidence. We've been saying this. Me and you have been discussing this. I love the confidence of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I love how he just honestly, he just focuses on football. He focuses on the game, and he plays his game. Honestly, yes, does he need a deep ball? Yes, he's working on it. But honestly, that can improve. And honestly, I'm proud as heck of him as a person and as a player right now. The point of, like, when we lost to the Raiders, as fans, we were like, okay, we got no shot this year. We have no shot.
Yeah.
And to say that me and you are on this podcast right now, talk about the Eagles are in the playoffs, it's insane. It just shows how crazy of a year it's been. And I just think, you know what? I think all of this tension, like I usually try and I said the Eagles winning 5 games.
Yeah.
And
I said they would win at most 6.
Yeah. So that they surpassed it. And honestly, it's crazy, man, because I feel like Hurts is just going to come out. He's going to play his game. All they need to do, though, is one thing I didn't even mention, too, is we didn't have the running game we have now. Boston Scott's insane. You got Jordan Howard, who can be great when you give him the ball and he's in open space. He's that big running back we need for sure. So, but then you hopefully, I mean, Miles Sanders, even if he doesn't play, it's fine because
from what I saw, he's playing, but he's gonna be limited. So he'll get some carries, but he's not gonna. They're gonna split the backfield, and then Kenneth Gainwell as well.
Though with that, even if he plays a little bit, you know what though, Jordan Howard and Boston Scott will make the Buccaneers defense pay for it. They're not going to have Levante David. I heard they're not going to have him. They're going to have Devin White, he's a little unexperienced, but he won a Super Bowl with them last year, so he knows what is the expectations for them. He knows what is expected, and it's just, I think honestly, the Eagles, they have a chance to get this win if they run the ball. And we got most of our offensive linemen back. Got Mulata, got Johnson, got I feel like Dickerson has been doing insane.
Dickerson's been another great pick. He's
been great, and we all thought he was going to be injury prone and everything like that. Knock on wood that hopefully he's okay in general. But dude, it's going to be a game where the Eagles really need to realize the opportunity they have. The Buccaneers don't have a lot of players that they had when they beat us. They only beat us by 6 points. And I think Buccaneers fans need to realize this is not going to be an easy game for them because we're a different team now.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're in that underdog mentality right now. Get your underdog mask out.
I have it up in my room. I
got to find mine, dude. It's somewhere in the closet. I got to find it. Or I got to find one somewhere. I'm going to have to search the wazoo for some dog mask, dude, for sure. But yeah, I honestly think you run the ball, you get some pop passes to Devontae Smith, get Wes Watkins involved, maybe even get Jalen Reagor involved too.
Yeah.
Dallas Goedert, you gotta get involved as well.
Absolutely.
You have to. And I think if Jalen just plays this game where he scrambles out of the pocket and he runs the ball, gets some good yardage. The Buccaneers defense against running quarterbacks. I noticed last time when we played the Buccaneers, Jalen Hurts probably had one of his greatest games running wise. He did great that game.
He had he did not pass the ball well at all that game.
No, he didn't. He did not. And I think though, these games that he's been playing this year though have actually, like, each week it's made him better.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think he's learning more about defenses and the NFL defenses that are being presented to him. So honestly, I feel like, you know what, he's gonna he's going to take that opportunity. And you know what? He's going to run the ball, obviously. He's going to run the ball. And the Buccaneers are going to really have to watch out, because if Hurts is running the ball, then Jordan Howard or Boston Scott's running the ball, and they better watch out. But I think, you know what? I'm taking the Eagles, man. I think, you know what? I'm taking the Eagles, and we go to the next round, and we lose to the Packers. But you know what? It's all good. As long as we win this game, man, I'll be happy.
Yep.
I'll be blessed, and it'll be a successful season, for sure. But I'm taking us. Oh, this is where it gets hard. I am taking us to win. I think it's going to be more of a low scoring kind of game, but I'm going to take us more 24 to. I'm going to take us 24-17. I'm going to say 24-17.
All right.
I'm gonna think. I think that Brady is gonna have a decent game. It's just not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens, man.
You touched on a lot of points that I was going to, like the running. The Eagles have to establish the run game. If they cannot run the ball, they will not win this game, because they're going to make Jalen Hurts try to win this game throwing the ball and not give him any. But the thing about the Eagles is they are the number one rushing offense for a reason. Eagles have 5 guys in that backfield, including Jalen Hurts, that can get you a first down, that can get you 6-7 yards on a play, that can get the tough yards between Gainwell, Sanders, Howard, Scott, Hurts. Then you have one of the better passing catching tight ends in Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's going to have to be big in the passing game. When Jalen Hurts has to throw, it's going to have to be Dallas Goedert's going to have to be big, because the thing is, one of the things that the Bucs have struggled on is their linebackers coverage, and he's going to be matched up with a lot of linebackers.
Right.
Devontae Smith is going to have to make a few catches. I don't think Devontae Smith is going to have the biggest game of his career for them to win this game. I think the thing is, you need to run the ball, and you cannot abandon the run if you struggle early. If the run game is struggling early, you cannot abandon it and try to throw your way out of the situation, because that will not work.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah.
And also, you need to get pressure on Brady. That is how you beat Tom Brady. And that's what they did in the Super Bowl. That's how they beat them a few years ago in the Super Bowl, is they got pressure to Tom Brady. If you look at any team that has beaten Tom Brady in the playoffs, it's all about the pressure. Their pressure percentage is so much higher than the rest of the teams that they've played. If they get the pressure to Tom Brady, they have a solid game running the ball, and they get a few big pass plays, the Eagles will win this game. Simple as that. Jalen Hurts, and the thing on Jalen Hurts is, we've talked about this. Jalen Hurts has never gotten worse at the game of football. From the time he was at Alabama to the time he is now, from the beginning of the season to now, all he does is improve and improve and improve. And that is something. He's a hard worker. You have to pull him out of the weight room. He's a leader. He does not care about the noise. He's going to go out there. He's going to try his best to play the best game he can. And even if the Eagles lose, this was a season, like you said, that we were supposed to win 5-6 games. We were rebuilding, and now we have 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we now have a shot to be the greatest quarterback of all time in the playoffs again. And I think there's only been, I can only think of two or three other teams that have beaten Tom Brady twice in the playoffs. Yeah. I think it's the Giants, the Colts, and the Steelers, I want to say, are the only teams that have beaten Tom Brady, or not Steelers, the Ravens, that have beaten Tom Brady twice in the playoffs. I could be wrong. But
isn't it the Jets? I think it's the Jets too.
The Jets only beat them once. They didn't beat them the second time. They beat the Colts. Or yeah. No. You know what? No, the Jets did beat them twice. Twice.
I thought Mark Sanchez beat him twice.
Yeah, because they went to 2 straight NFC. They beat the Patriots once in the AFC title, and then beat them once. Or no, they beat them once. I don't know exactly how it went, but I think they beat them twice.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. I realized that, and I was like, wait, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez of all people.
He deserves, man.
Yeah.
He beat Brady twice.
Yeah. So I definitely think the Eagles are going to have a lot of things that are going to have to go their way to win the game. But I think with the depleted Bucs roster and the fact that we did come back on them last time, and if it wasn't for that stupid taunting penalty that they called on Gerard Avery, I really think we would have won that game. I'm so mad at that. But
I know.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to pick the Eagles as well. I'm going 28-24. I think that what's going to happen is Nick Sirianni is going to say, you know what? We're in the position we're in. He's not going to take the game time field goal. He's going to go for it, and they're going to get it. That's what I'm feeling. So I think the Eagles win this game, and I think Jalen Hurts is going to gain a lot of respect. And I'm telling you, I know you are too. I'm going to have a field day on social media if the Eagles win. I'm going to have a field day. It is going to be one of the most fun days of my life.
If there's snow on the ground, dude, I'm jumping in it.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm jumping in it. I'm jumping without a shirt. That's what I'm doing. I'll literally paint my freaking chest and everything. I'll do a bunch of stuff, dude. I'll go
and I honestly think that the Eagles, if they win this game, they're going to get destroyed the next round. But you know what? To everything that's happened this year. Now, if the Eagles would somehow pull up back-to-back upsets, I might have a heart attack. I might faint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think a bunch of people might. Dude,
But
it would be-
right now they need to focus on the next step, and that is finding a way to take care of Tom Brady and the Bucs. So
Right.
we've talked about all the playoff games this week. We've reviewed who we thought was going to win, why, and everything. But let's talk about who right now is your Super Bowl matchup and your winner and why.
All right, so I'm gonna go with I was saying this before. I think it's gonna be the Packers, and I think it's gonna be the Chiefs.
Mhm.
That's who I think is gonna be the two guys who are gonna be left. And I don't think the report that I heard from Boomer Esiason apparently that Rodgers is not going to play if they go to the Super Bowl. That's not going to happen.
He didn't
That's
lose
not
4
happening.
NFC title games to not play after he wins one. No,
That's
he's
not
playing.
happening.
He would play.
He's going to play. He's going to play. And I think they'll win as well. I think the Packers are going to win it. I think the Packers, I think they will win it. And I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know if I give a final score exactly yet because, I mean, it hasn't happened yet. But I think it's Packers and Chiefs. And because I don't think the Eagles will. If the Eagles do win this game this weekend, I don't think they can.
No.
I don't think they can beat the Packers.
In Lambeau, no way.
No, not
I
in
would
Lambeau.
say.
I mean, we have beaten the Packers though at Lambeau. A lot of people don't even realize that.
Yeah, I know we have, but it would be tough.
Yeah.
It would be tough.
Oh, it will be tough for sure.
So
Okay.
I actually have the same Super Bowl matchup. I have the same Super Bowl matchup, and I also have the Packers winning. I think Aaron Rodgers is on a mission. I think that, but I will say this: if there are two teams in the playoffs that I think that can beat the Packers, it is the Bucs and it's the Chiefs. I think the Bucs have a better shot of losing this week than they do next week because they'll get more guys back, and I would be scared because you're going to put Tom Brady one win away from the Super Bowl against a guy who can't seem to get past the NFC title game. It's going to be scary. But I do think the Bucs will lose this week, which will open the door for the Packers to basically walk their way into the conference title game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I think that the Rams it's going to be in Lambeau. I don't think the Rams stand a chance against them. That's who I would have. The Chiefs I'm saying this, it's the two best quarterbacks in the league, Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes. The Chiefs very well can beat the Packers, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to go to the Super Bowl and lose. He and the Packers are on a mission to get another ring under Aaron Rodgers' names, get another ring for Green Bay. I don't think there's any way that they lose. I'm going to go. I do think that the Packers will win the Super Bowl. I'm going to just give a wild score prediction right now. Let's say 35-31, something along those lines. Right. I do think the Chiefs would keep it close, but
yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, KJ, for coming on today. I appreciate it. Really I hope to have you on in the future.
Oh, for sure. Sure. I think it would be awesome to come back on and thank you so much for having me on.
Of course.
Guys, go follow Cole Thump. He's on TikTok. Go follow him. He's great content creator.
Thank you. And make sure anyone who's listening to the podcast who doesn't already follow KjMcCoy at official KjMcCoy on TikTok.
Appreciate it.
It's going to be a great weekend. I'll talk to you throughout the weekend, see what we think about the Eagles. Thank you, man. Have a great rest of your day.
Let me know if you need anything. So appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Catch you later.